Here's another reading from the book of Duane. So soon the five-man band Allman Brothers began to play again. What else could they do? Tony Glover. Spirits were high in Macon in fall 1971. As At Fillmore East stormed the charts, the group had begun to lay down tracks for its next album. Duane's accident on October 29th happened just as his return from a rehab stint for heroin. The band's fourth album, Eat a Peach, is epilogue to Duane Allman's remarkable career and the final chapter of the original era of the Allman Brothers Band. Duane's devastated bandmates honored him with an enduring commitment to his vision. They channeled their grief the only way they knew how, through music. On November 1st, they played at Duane's memorial service. 3 weeks later, they embarked on a nationwide tour as a quintet. The following February, they released Eat a Peach. Their leader's absence had a profound effect on the surviving bandmates. On November 1st, 1971, the band performed at Duane's memorial service at Snow's funeral home in Macon. It was a fitting tribute to their fallen leader. The set featured Statesboro Blues, Stormy Monday, and In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, and two blues they rarely played again, Key to the Highway and The Sky is Crying. Delaney Bramlett led mourners, and the Carter family standard, Will the Circle Be Unbroken. Greg dedicated his ballad, Melissa, to Duane. Jerry Wexler eulogized Duane for his talent, his spirit, and his moxie. Immediately following the memorial service, Greg, Dickie, Barry, J-Mo, and Butch returned to Criteria Studios in Miami to complete Eat a Peach. Though the band was in tradition, Eat a Peach is a fluid, cohesive musical statement. The five-man band opened the record with Ain't Wastin' Time No More, Greg's ode to his brother, the Betts instrumental Libraire in A minor, and Greg's Melissa. Those last three songs kind of floated right on out of us, Greg wrote. They proved that the music hadn't died with my brother. The music was still good. It was still rich. It still had that energy. It was still the Allman Brothers Band. Eat a Peach delivered two important messages. The first was that while they missed their leader, they would carry on without Duane. As Greg sang in the album's opener, I still have two strong legs and even wings to fly. Second, they had not forgotten their leader. Dedicated to a brother, Duane Allman, read the gatefold. I say long live the ABB, long live the Allman Brothers Band. Been saying it for decades now. And the whole gist of it, at the very core of it, is the Allman Brothers Band didn't die when Duane Allman died. And I'm really, really, really glad for that. And it's interesting because as a historian, I have just found all these ways to explore this story. But and that also obviously scratches my fanboy itch pretty bad. So appreciate y'all being here.
Duane dies in a motorcycle accident, October 29th, 1971. The band had just gotten notice that the record had hit gold. The comment he makes to the roadie was no more beans for breakfast. They were on the road to superstardom. He's killed in a motorcycle accident. He's driving a little bit recklessly. He's probably not sober. But there's really no proof of that. Somebody turned in front of him. He was driving too fast. They stopped mid-turn, and he tried to get around them and couldn't, and died. Why this picture is so remarkable to me is the band actually set up and played the funeral. And the quote Greg says is, "We played a gig at the funeral." I will say, as a person who has played at every one of my families, and because of this idea, I was like, that's the only way I can express how I feel right now, is if I play a little bit of music. I think it's absolutely astounding to me that they did it.
Long live the Allman Brothers Band.